All right, a nationwide program that found its origins in South Dakota took a hit during the pandemic, and that hit could impact disabled veterans.
Sarah Parkin has the story.
Organizers of the Disabled American Veterans Transportation Network say since the pandemic, their volunteer lists have dwindled, and they're searching for more Good Samaritans to drive veterans to and from medical appointments. The volunteer-based program was originally founded in Sioux Falls.
Rather than leave a veteran unattended, unable to get to a medical appointment, it went nationwide. So one individual got that program started in Sioux Falls, and now it's nationwide.
During the pandemic, the list of available volunteers began to shrink, and the numbers haven't come back up.
Millbank, Siston area, they need volunteers. West River, Mobridge needs volunteers. You go down south, Watertown needs volunteers. Just about every community that has a DAV vehicle needs extra drivers. There's communities out there that have vehicles, but they don't have drivers.
Paul Walline says he volunteers as a driver in order to give back to the veterans that gave up so much for their country.
Well, I like to drive, and I really respect the veterans, and I'm not a veteran, but I appreciate what they do, and I think if I can do something to make their lives a little better, it's worth it for me.
And the program has helped countless veterans, like Mike Kramer when he needed back surgery in 2019.
I recommend everybody go and take the chance to do them because, I mean, that's a chance in a lifetime that you'll ever get.
To find out more on how you could become a volunteer driver for the Disabled American Veterans Transportation Network, you can visit your Dakota News Now app or visit dakotanewsnow.com. In Aberdeen, Sarah Parkin, Dakota News Now.